always felt like anything I say, people gonna say I'm talking about her. Anything she say.
Ah, about to get real ugly, not for me. We can make it if we try.
When a private relationship turns into a public breakdown, what began as a quiet and personal situation has now turned into a loud, uncomfortable, and very public breakup. At first, most people only heard small rumors, whispers online, and vague comments. Over time, those small signs grew into full conversations, heated exchanges, and public statements. Claressa Shields has made it very clear that she is no longer standing on the sidelines. She is no longer watching things unfold in silence or allowing others to control the story. Claressa wants everyone to know exactly where she stands, including Remy Ma. She is prepared for whatever comes next, whether that means online backlash, public arguments, or uncomfortable attention. Instead of staying quiet, she has stepped directly into the situation. She is no longer hiding, avoiding, or shrinking herself. She has drawn a clear line and has no plans to back away from it. For years, Remy Ma and Papoose were seen as one of the strongest couples in hip-hop. Their relationship was often held up as an example of loyalty, commitment, and real love. People talked about them as if they were untouchable, as if nothing could ever break what they had built together. Their story felt rare, especially in an industry where relationships often fall apart quickly. Papoose stood by Remy during one of the hardest periods of her life. While she served 6 years in prison, he remained loyal. He supported her emotionally, looked after their family, and stayed consistent when many others would have walked away. He even married her while she was still incarcerated, a decision that earned him respect from fans and peers alike. That level of dedication made people believe their bond was unbreakable. For a long time, it seemed like they had beaten the odds. Their story felt like proof that love could survive anything. But over the past several months, that image has slowly faded. What once looked strong and steady began to show cracks. Anyone paying close attention could sense that something was off. The smiles felt forced. The public appearances became rare. The energy between them shifted. Eventually, the rumors started. People began saying that Remy may not have been faithful. Once those whispers reached the surface, everything changed. Whether true or not, those claims created tension that could no longer be ignored. The relationship that once looked solid now appeared fragile, and before long, it seemed to fall apart entirely. Once those rumors spread, the situation became uncomfortable and unstable. Papoose made it clear that he was no longer willing to pretend everything was fine. He seemed tired of acting like nothing was wrong. Instead of arguing publicly or throwing insults, he appeared ready to move on with his life. That decision, however, did not sit well with Remy. Although Remy tried to act calm and unaffected, her actions told a different story. She began making sharp comments and subtle insults aimed at Papoose and his new direction in life. Even when she tried to sound relaxed or joking, the anger underneath was obvious. She made comparisons meant to embarrass him, downplayed his happiness, and mocked his excitement over small moments. Those comments did not feel playful or harmless. They sounded like someone speaking from a place of hurt and resentment. Instead of moving forward, she seemed stuck in the past, replaying old emotions and unresolved anger. When Claressa Shields became aware of what was being said, she refused to stay silent. She did not brush it off or ignore the comments. Instead, she addressed the situation directly. Claressa made it clear that she would not tolerate disrespect or allow herself to be spoken about carelessly. She openly warned Remy to watch her words and showed that she was not afraid of confrontation. That moment changed the entire tone of the situation. What had once been quiet tension suddenly became open conflict. By that point, it was already known that Claressa and Papoose were spending time together. This was not a secret, and no one was pretending otherwise. The difference now was that Claressa chose to speak for herself. She was done allowing rumors, assumptions, and insults to circulate without response. By stepping forward, Claressa showed confidence and self-respect. She refused to be treated like a background character in someone else's story. She presented herself as someone who knew her worth and was not going to be intimidated or silenced. Meanwhile, Remy appeared to be holding on to anger instead of finding peace. Fans quickly began picking sides. Some felt Papoose moved on too quickly. Others believed Remy played a role in her own heartbreak. Many people pointed out that fairy tales do not survive dishonesty. Once trust is damaged, it is extremely hard to rebuild what was lost. What stood out to many observers was Claressa's lack of fear. She did not hesitate. She did not appear insecure. She carried herself with confidence, as someone who knew exactly where she stood. That confidence only added fuel to the conversation online and made people pay even closer attention. The warning signs people missed at first. When people looked back, they began noticing signs that something had been wrong long before the situation exploded publicly. One moment that stood out was Father's Day. Remy did not acknowledge Papoose at all. For many fans, that silence was shocking. This was a man who stood by her during prison, helped raise their daughter, and stayed loyal through years of difficulty. Not even a short message or public recognition was given. For many people, that was the first clear sign that something was deeply wrong. Silence can be louder than words. Even though Papoose did not immediately speak out, his actions said plenty. He shared a family photo online that did not include Remy. It was subtle but powerful. Without explaining anything, he showed that their marriage was no longer what it once appeared to be. As more details surfaced, people began questioning Remy's loyalty. Online discussions suggested that she may have grown too comfortable, believing Papoose would always stay no matter what. That sense of security may have led her to take him for granted. When he finally decided to leave, she appeared unprepared for that reality. Instead of reflecting or taking responsibility, she began presenting herself as the victim. Supporters of Papoose argued that he deserved better, and that Remy had lost someone who truly loved her. Many people criticized her for failing to protect a relationship that others would have valued deeply. They felt she had something rare and did not appreciate it until it was gone. When private conversations become public weapons, things took a much darker turn when Remy decided to share private messages between Papoose and Claressa. Instead of keeping those conversations private, she released them publicly. Many people believe she hoped those messages would make Papoose look dishonest or unfaithful. One of the messages showed Claressa questioning why Papoose struggled with communication, especially if he was still legally married. Remy seemed to think this would support her claims, but it had the opposite effect. Rather than making her look justified, the messages made her appear bitter and angry. They did not expose wrongdoing. Instead, they revealed jealousy and frustration. Rather than making her look justified, the messages made her appear bitter and angry. They did not expose wrongdoing. Instead, they revealed jealousy and frustration. Remy attempted to paint a picture of Papoose secretly dealing with Claressa while still being involved with her. However, the narrative did not hold up. Many people felt the messages only highlighted her inability to accept that the relationship was already over. Claressa responded quickly and firmly. Instead of simply denying the accusations, she turned the focus back on Remy. Claressa accused her of cheating first and explained that she knew the facts of the situation. She made it clear that she was not trying to interfere with a happy marriage. According to Claressa, Remy and Papoose had already separated emotionally, even if they were still living under the same roof. Both were living separate lives. The relationship had been broken long before Claressa entered the picture. Claressa also pointed out that Remy had no right to play the victim while ignoring her own actions. Papoose breaks his silence. For a long time, Papoose stayed quiet. He avoided social media drama and refused to turn his personal life into public entertainment. That restraint earned him respect. However, once Remy shared private messages, he felt he had no choice but to respond. He revealed that he had been trying to file for divorce, but Remy refused to sign the papers. He explained that he had asked for a peaceful separation multiple times. According to him, her anger came from the fact that he had truly moved on and no longer wanted to pretend. In an emotional post, Papoose accused Remy of cheating multiple times and described her behavior as controlling and self-centered. He said he stayed silent for the sake of their daughter and wanted to handle things privately. But after being pushed too far, he decided to speak his truth. That statement changed everything. It directly challenged Remy's claim that he abandoned her without warning. Instead, it showed that he had been trying to end things responsibly while she delayed the process. Old rumors start making sense. As the story continued to unfold, Old rumors resurfaced. People remembered reports suggesting Remy had grown close to battle rapper Easy the Block Captain. At the time, she dismissed those claims. Now those rumors seemed far more believable. Many people began to wonder if Papoose already knew what was happening behind closed doors. Some believe that knowledge is what pushed him to start divorce proceedings in the first place. Easy eventually spoke out and added another layer of chaos. He claimed Papoose had been listening in on Remy's conversations and monitoring her behavior. He suggested that Papoose had been suspicious for a long time. There were even claims that Remy's car had been bugged, allowing conversations to be recorded. If true, this took the situation to another level entirely. Some people felt this crossed a line, while others argued that Papoose was simply protecting himself. The internet watches it all unfold. As expected, the internet exploded with opinions. Some praised Papoose for staying calm and finally choosing himself. Others felt the situation should have remained private. Many now believe Remy had been playing both sides for longer than anyone realized. If Papoose was already gathering proof, it suggests the trust was broken long before the public became aware. At this point, Papoose appears ready to move on. He is no longer defending Remy's image or protecting her reputation. That realization seems to be what has shaken her the most. She is now facing the reality that he is truly done. A love story turned lesson. As things stand now, Papoose looks like someone who reached his breaking point and chose peace. Remy, on the other hand, seems trapped in anger and denial. The relationship that once inspired admiration has turned into a lesson about trust, honesty, and accountability. Whether the drama continues or fades away, one thing is certain. The truth has changed how people see both of them. For now, it appears Papoose has closed the door for good, while Remy is still trying to hold it open.